Unfiltered.
Unshackled.
Uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for mature audiences only.
It's Miguel Fuller.
Holly O'Connor.
And Scotty the Body.
It's the Miguel and Holly Uncensored podcast.
Only on Hot 101.5.
Hello to all of you in the Platypus Posse.
Yeah. Hey.
I think this is a great time. And by the way, thank you to Jacob 2 times for helping us start the show.
Always.
On the audio side, even though he loves to throw shade at
He
Scott.
really does. You know what? It's cool. It's like my brother. You know
I
what?
don't even
That's
know
cool.
what you
Throw
did
shade
to
at your
him.
brother, but I'm gonna throw shade back, Jacob. That's what's gonna happen now. That's our relationship because I love you, but that's what brothers do.
Yeah.
Well, but
That's my brother.
I feel like forever, Jacob used to throw shade at me. And
Yes.
then, Scott, you came along. And it takes him a minute to warm up to people.
It does.
And then I feel like it's like a sign that he loves you. When
Yeah.
he throws shade at you.
Absolutely.
I think that's actually correct
Yeah.
because he wasn't going to say anything since he didn't know who you were.
Right.
Oh yeah, which makes sense. Like I could be a complete D-bag, and why would
Mhm.
you want to throw shade at a D-bag? Because then he's gonna be a D-bag.
Mhm.
Right.
But instead,
He feels comfortable with you.
yeah, and I feel comfortable with him. Thank you, Jacob.
Absolutely. So thank you to the Platypus Posse for listening. We have some exciting news to share with you all. If you did not listen to our Friday, October 1st show on the air, we won Best Local Podcast.
Yes! Oh,
my God,
yes!
Wait. We also won Best Podcast.
Yes!
Wait, so I was looking through the online list of winners and we were mentioned as Best Local Podcast
Oh, yes!
for 2021.
Holy jeez.
But that also includes that we won Best Podcast.
Oh,
Yes!
wow.
You're right.
In all of Tampa Bay, like one of the top 20 cities in America, we won for Best Local Podcast.
This fam is so dope. I like the podcast. Fam.
Oh my gosh. We
good
also
time.
won Best Local Radio Morning Show.
Yes, we did. Which is huge.
It is. It's
There's
humongous.
I think about that and I'm like, when we came into Tampa Bay to do a morning show, we were like, this is stiff competition.
Mhm.
There are just the history of radio morning shows in the city is huge.
Epic. It's
Epic.
legendary in the radio industry.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And so to have been chosen by the people
A lot of people.
that we're doing the best job at that,
Mm-hmm.
huge. I feel like I don't have enough the good words for that, but I'm very grateful.
Well, to me, I always think of it. Oh, and by the way, Scott also won for Best Up and Coming Radio Personality
Which is
as
also
well.
great.
2 years in a row now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. To me, it's just gratitude.
Yes.
Like when I think about what I do on a daily basis, and in the times that I've had friends reach out and say, hey, I'm trying to win this Instagram contest or this modeling contest. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, what do I have to do to enter and go? And then like,
So do I have to sign up for a new
an
Make
email,
comment 4 times,
and then
tag a
I'm
friend.
right. And then I always like go online and I'm like looking and I'm like, all right, how do I? Then they're like, well, you can vote every day. And I'm like,
girl, I barely even feed my kid every day. Like,
okay.
what do you think I'm doing?
Like I'm hungry right now. Like I'm an adult and I have not fed myself today. But you vote many times over
yeah.
daily for like a month. And especially in a year like this where I just felt like there was just so much going on in the world. The past 2 years, really.
Yes.
I've just been like, because like before the pandemic, I'd like have bits planned out for like the 4 weeks that's voting. I'd be like, all right, 1 week we're gonna have our moms on to talk about it. Another week we're gonna like do some crazy stunt for it to get attention for it. Another week we're gonna have like businesses put it on their billboards, and we'll do like we've done
Like
all these sort of things.
stunting to get you to vote so
Right.
that we could all celebrate together.
Right.
We didn't do anything.
It didn't
No, the
feel
past
We
really-
2
talked
years-
about it a little bit.
Right. Like I think there was like 2 or 3 times we talked about it, you know, outside of us joking on the podcast.
Yeah.
But like the fact that you all went on the daily and voted, it just like I like to just sit in that because that means that you chose to spend time outside of the show and not just casually listening. Because radio, we always talk about this in the industry, it's a casual activity.
Yes.
You know, like the podcast, this is probably a little bit more formal and you're like probably either cleaning, driving,
It's
doing
active,
something. It's
as opposed
active.
to
You're
passive
active.
because you got to search it out.
Right. Whereas when you're in the car, and it's so funny, and when I plan stuff for the show, it's always like, fuck, like I can't get too deep into something because I know that in the morning You're trying to get your kids in the car. You're going to get coffee. You're trying to get to work on time. You're battling
Anything
traffic.
could take you out of the listening experience at any moment.
Right. And so we plan these big elaborate segments knowing that like you're probably going to catch like the surface level of it.
Yeah.
But like the fact that through all of that, you choose on your own time to go vote
Mm-hmm.
because you feel a part of something and you feel like we represent you.
Yeah.
That's really
That just means the fucking world.
Yeah.
More than you would ever know.
Mm-hmm.
It's validation for what we've chosen to do with our lives. And what we've chosen to do with our lives is help impact yours in a positive way.
Right. Absolutely. And the sacrifices that, we make for it to make sure that we entertain you, because that is always in the forefront of our mind. Like obviously making a living and all the other stuff, but like we are a customer service driven business and you are the customer.
Yeah.
And we try to make sure that we are fulfilling the promise to bring you something great every single day. Sometimes we hit the mark. Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes
I like to say they can't all be home runs.
But we really try. We stepped to the
Basics
bat
count too.
and we try. We try real hard.
Yeah.
So thank you. Also, I went ahead and I was waiting until the podcast to do this. If you go to the Miguel and Holly Facebook page,
Oh dear. Should I get my phone?
yeah, get your phone. I don't know how you find it because
Miguel and Holly
Facebook is really crazy.
Miguel and Holly.
Let's see here. Go to.
I'm just scrolling down on the page.
Go anywhere you can find groups. When you click on it, I think it's under more, and then groups.
Oh Jesus!
You got to do a dance.
Yeah, girl.
Whisper a password.
I tell you what, Facebook group, it's hard to navigate sometimes. Like it took me a minute to figure this out.
Too much. All right, groups. Oh, M&H Fam Platypus Posse.
I created a group like we talked about that lives inside of the Miguel and Holly Facebook page. So
Hey.
you all can join the group. And I've had a couple of people reach out and say if they wanted to, they would help us moderate if people got crazy. But
yeah,
I'm
usually
really
the fan would call other people out if they started acting up, and they do that in the comments too on like Instagram.
Well, that's
stuff.
the problem, though. I don't want it to get like those that monitoring of others can get out of pocket real quick.
right. But I think it's just like
It's a place for positivity.
just
Yeah.
don't, and we'll
Just
just
don't.
delete people if it becomes that. So if you go to the Miguel and Holly Facebook page, click on more and then groups, you'll see
join
the
group. I'm in.
M&H Fam
Wait.
/ Platypus Posse.
Mine says joined, but I don't.
Yeah. Did you try going to the actual page?
I'm on the page.
Oh, mine
But it's
said
like,
my membership is.
Since I'm also an admin of the Miguel and Holly page, it's like not recognizing my meanness. It's thinking I'm the page.
Oh,
I don't know
right.
what to do about that. I got to figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Look, there's a little thing over here. I could do it.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
Join group.
Join
See?
it. Unless you don't want
Oh,
to. Holly.
I've been
Yeah, I'm waiting on a pending request. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, see, now I got to figure out how to
See,
do it.
Well, then we got to go to your,
Is
you
there
gotta
like
get on the Miguel and Holly.
is there a
one.
thing that I have
Member.
to?
Oh wait, I think
Is there a
I.
hoop got to go through?
Did you jump through your hoops?
I'll figure it out. I don't know. Like literally, this is me. Like I created this one night before bed, and I was like, oh, let's do that. So if you want to, and we'll figure everything out. There's an option here to delete group. So don't get crazy.
Hopefully, my request is approved.
Wow. Only you could decide that, Holly.
You're right. Let's switch
Only
back.
you can prevent forest fires.
That's right.
Okay.
So yeah, go join, post if there's something that you want people to know about. If you want to share something, say hi.
Something
There's
fun,
something on
smiley.
the show that was funny that you wanted to talk about more. Whatever this is, whatever you want to make it.
Maybe don't try to sell stuff. Should I say that? Can I say that? I mean, I guess if you want to sell
Why
stuff,
not? I mean, I don't.
it get out of hand, bro.
I mean, it's up to other people if you want to buy it. So, I mean,
Listen, I always look at it like this. You make it what you want
that's
and think
good.
about what other people care about. Like, that's why I'll even like on my own personal social media, everything I post isn't just show stuff. Like, because then it feels like I'm just trying to sell you something all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like fun stuff, live stuff. Oh, go buy tickets to Miguel and Holly Live. Fun stuff. So just think about it like that. Like if you are trying to sell something, you're starting a new business, like don't post every day about it.
no,
Stuff like that. Because then
That's a
people
good
are
one.
like,
I didn't come here for this.
I didn't come here for that.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
Not Facebook Marketplace.
So Holly, I wanted to bring up to you, and I just read this, so I don't have like a lot of information about it.
Oh, dear.
But what was that? That pants you wore, was it Lularoe?
Yeah.
Who?
There's like apparently a documentary.
Oh, girl, I know.
So can you? Because
I heard
I
about
just
It's
that.
saw
called
it.
Lula Rich.
I don't know anything about it. I just saw it, and I meant to ask you, like, do you know about, or like, what's going on? Is it
Yeah.
like a bad thing now?
Okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to misspeak, but I have the general gist of it.
Mhm.
And I also don't want to piss anybody off
Oh.
because the people that still are in Lularoe, like in that company, will be quick to like be like, well, actually, this is.
But
So obviously this rose to prominence pretty quickly. Those Lularoe leggings.
Now, and just if you don't know what those are, like my only reference is that like you had some with like radios
Yeah, I had a
on
bunch.
them. But like what was the, like, why were they so popular?
So they were one of the first, or maybe just got the biggest in that like space where they were trying to entice women to be their own boss and sell these articles, sell the clothing. It's a clothing line.
yeah.
And it's basically an MLM. It's a multi-level marketing program where, you know, you've got someone above you who then disseminates the information to you. You know, if you're good about it, you can get people underneath you to then it's like a lot of MLMs work all right. And I mean, when you really think about it, because a lot of people give them a bad name, and a lot of like some of them get real crazy. But when you think about it, what is any corporation? It's a multi-layer marketing. Like there's somebody at the top. Sam Walton is sitting at the top, and then you got people that own all the stores, and then you get the employees of the stores. It all like that's just business.
That's franchise business.
Right. But this in particular, and like a lot of the individualized MLMs, they use social media to try to drum up more business because it's all networking. It's a sales job. You're trying to sell your product.
Right.
You're trying to sell the position to other people because then they make money, and some of it goes to you and some of it goes to your upline or whatever. So the pants especially got really popular because the only thing I really remember is it being like buttery soft leggings.
Oh, that
Oh.
sounds sexy as hell.
Buttery soft. And it was right when it was a good time for this, because I want to say it was like 2015, 2016 is when it really started to explode. And you saw it on Facebook a lot, and it was like all these fun colors and patterns, and you could buy them from like the girl you went to high school with. And you're like, well, I'd rather invest in this girl that I know who's got 3 kids that is trying to make a name for herself and sell some clothes. And I like the leggings, and they're buttery soft and they're fun patterns. I have ones with radios on them and oranges and clouds.
I love clowns.
And like several. I have a couple
we have
of
a bunch.
dresses. Well, then this is what happened. At first, it was just like, I know this one girl through high school, and she's my girl. That's cool. I love to support locally, right? This girl. Then more people started becoming sellers. And then you're like, well, I want to support you, but I'm going to support this other friend that I know through this other thing. I'll buy a dress from you. And then, you know, you don't want to be always like, no. Then there's another girl that's like, well, I got new kimonos. I'm like, I'll get a kimono.
Give me one.
So I ended up with 2 dresses, 3 skirts, and multiple leggings.
Oh.
My.
And then I finally looked at my wardrobe and was rarely wearing because this is my only experience, my personal experience with the leggings. I didn't like them that much.
They got buttery soft.
They were buttery soft,
But
they cut you at the waist. I don't like the waist part of them. I was never a fan of that. And they're hot. I don't know what it is about this buttery soft material, but they trap the heat. And so after like a day of being in these leggings, I'd be like,
ooh, you open it up and steam comes out.
gotta air out myself like that. And so then I stopped wearing the leggings because I was like, I like these patterns, but like, they don't really feel that great. So then I realized I have an entire wardrobe of these, and they keep trying to get you to buy more stuff. And I'm like, of course, I don't want any more. And then you suddenly had people like capping out. And then these women, it's mostly women. There were some men, I'm sure.
Yeah.
These women would suddenly have these huge supplies of these leggings in like a warehouse, and they're trying to sell, like get them out of there. But everyone's like, I already have like 10 of these. And now like everyone in my life is selling this, and I don't really know.
So they've bought all this inventory, and they're still trying to sell to the same base of people that
Already
You're tapped out.
bought.
Yeah.
It's like it exploded too big.
And
And
so
so
the demand went down.
yeah. Now, okay, quick side tangent. I have not even seen the documentary yet, and I'm not even going to get into the financial stuff and any of that. I'm just telling you, up until this point has just been me telling you my personal experience with Lularoe and what I personally witnessed.
Yeah.
Not the documentary,
No.
not like sellers' experiences. This is my own personal experience. So we're clear, because someone's going to come for me at some point. I know it.
Absolutely.
So,
Radio Holly on Instagram.
Yeah,
Thanks.
DMs.
so I got all these Lularoe clothings. And then I was like, I'm tapping out. I don't need any more of these things. And so then you started to see it's like sort of a decline. But like you said, Miguel, a lot of these people still had a lot of inventory because it got real big real fast and they were selling a lot. And then suddenly it like everybody hit their cap and then they were kept getting more things, but they couldn't sell them. And so that was sort of it. It sort of faded from my mind. I saw at one point somewhere like a couple years later, there was a lawsuit over the patterns because it was like the company, the Lularoe company, didn't have the rights to use some of the patterns that they were using for the leggings because that pattern belonged to someone else. Think of it like as a photo copyright.
Oh,
Right.
Lord.
So I saw something come up about that and I didn't pay much attention to it because I was done. So I'm like, oh, yikes, that's awful. Then I started seeing more, and where the place where I know this documentary from is TikTok. Because there are a lot. I've seen probably 5 separate TikTok videos from women that are no longer affiliated with Lularoe, and they're like, all of the messages that they were putting out on TikTok were saying, this documentary, this expose is 100% legit.
Oh.
And they had been trying, and they had been not threatened, but like spoken to sternly about how they should not say anything about this because the people that are still in Lularoe are like, these are lies. They're fabricated. Don't pass along this awful information. And the women are like, I don't even work for them anymore. And yes, it is. That is exactly my experience in the business end of it. Keep in mind, I don't have any experience in the business end of it. But one of the women that I was watching on TikTok was like, let me tell you, I went to a convention as a member. I have my line and I'm doing my thing. And she's like, I was really into it. She's like, I totally was all in that girl boss thing and working from home and all this, but it's not as great always as they make it seem. She's like, it was a lot of hard work. And they sat you down in this, and they may go over this in the video because I would like to watch this documentary, but I haven't had time. And this may be covered in the documentary, but this girl on TikTok was saying that in her experience, she had gone to the big convention and the people, like the high ups, were berating the entire thing, the entire team at this convention because they're like, the sales are terrible and this is abysmal and you're not trying hard enough. It was like bullying and like scare tactics and all this stuff. And the one thing that stuck out of my mind, which is why I even remember this, is they sent out little slips of paper, and I'm trying to think exactly how she phrased it. It was like, write down on this paper whether or not you think you're doing your best for this company. And like, there wasn't like you had to submit, and they like went through and they saw who may not have written down a thing. And it was all like very yikesy. And so she's like, after that whole thing with the little slips of paper, and I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, I'd walk away too. Peace.
So that's the only knowledge I have of the video of the documentary. Like I said, I'd love to watch the documentary because I do know personally a lot of women who were selling Lularoe. And I know that they had some struggles when everything started to collapse. Now, I don't even know anything, but I think there's some financial stuff in there. I remember that lawsuit from a while back, and it was all very like, the people at the top, had all these cars and riches. And if you work hard enough, you can have all this, but like no one could. It was almost impossible. So anyway, that's what I know.
Those sort of multi-level marketing things, like I've always felt just weird about when people have approached me and they're not like get rich quick, but it's sort of like a, hey, we found a new way to get rich.
Yeah.
Here's
easy
this
money.
undiscovered, untapped way that I have the answer to.
Yes.
And especially when you have to like reach into your connection of people, that just always has made me weird.
Yeah.
I remember years ago, my cousin, I think I was like right out of college, or no, I was in college.
Ooh.
And it was that Quick Star thing that everybody was doing at the time, where
Why does that sound familiar?
this was like in the mid 2000s, and it's something very similar where like I think you bought inventory and then you try to sell it to other
out.
people.
Yeah.
And her, like, I think she was married to him or something. I mean, he tried hard to get me to do it. Like, I was home for like one spring break or summer, and he like invited me over, and I thought I was like just going to go see my cousin and him. And it was this whole like meeting, and he gave me all these books, and then he would like call me constantly to see how I was doing. And then I started dodging his phone calls. And then I remember I was like, I don't want to go home for Christmas because he's going to ask me about it.
Right?
And I don't want to do it. I'm like, I don't want to do your shit. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I just always feel weird. Like I've been toying with the idea of setting up like an Amazon influencer sort of account to where like it's basically, here are things that I buy on Amazon that I like. I recommend it because I actually bought it and use it. And if you buy it through me,
I
get
one.
like a thing. Really?
Yeah, but I haven't set it up right because what I bought and recommended was that Harry Potter pop-up book. And then I shared the link on my Instagram. And I was like, I'm going to probably get like at least a couple cents out of this.
Right.
It was like, oh, you can't get money until you finish setting up all of these details, which I have not done. And I'm like,
oh man, money's
shit.
just waiting.
Yeah. So I'm like, but then I feel weird like hawking stuff. But I'm like, people ask me about products that I use.
Exactly.
And so it's like, why not make money through it?
I'm okay with that because it's not like you're pushing them on it. Like if someone's
Right.
going to ask, because I just talk about it and I'm like, you don't have to get it. But I loved this Harry Potter book. So many people were like, oh, where'd you get it? So I'm like,
let me go ahead and make some money
Like
off.
if I'm
might
gonna
as
send you a
well.
link to it,
Well, Amazon's gonna get a
then-
big old cut, so I might as well if
Right.
I'm recommending it.
right. Anyway.
No, it's true. I mean, there have been some services I've used, like my Frame Bridge stuff that I love. That people are like, ooh, Frame Bridge. And I'm like, here's a referral link, girl. Let me get my $15, honey.
I
Thank
still
you.
use Get Upside for the gas.
I do too.
But I did that on Twitter and I was like, yeah, I got one more person because it like I wouldn't do it unless it truly was helpful.
Right.
And it's not like like my goal is not to get more and more people signed up. It's nice because I get a couple extra cents, but my goal is like not selling this to you, but it's like a fun game when I know my gas tank is low. I'm like, where can I go to get the most money back that's around my neighborhood? That's a fun game. And then like you just get the money back. I've been doing this for like 3 years now. I have like $350.
I'm laughing because Abe has gotten mad at me before when we're in the car and the gas is low. And he's like, all right, we need to get gas. I'm like, wait, let me pull it up to see which gas station so we can get. And especially in my car now, it's a Volvo. So we have to use like the high end stuff. And I'm like, girl, I want to make money off of what
and they
we're
have more
putting in the
money on
tank.
the high end. gas.
Exactly. So I'm like,
You
girl,
fancy.
you get like $3 back. Because then with my bigger car, I got a bigger tank in it.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Big
like,
tank.
girl, I want that $5 for that tank of gas
I
that we
know.
just paid for.
Like
So
some
we gonna
shit.
go 5 extra miles
That's what I'm
to
saying.
get to that.
Like
gas.
sometimes
That's
I've almost
insane.
run out of gas trying to get to the right one.
Y'all are nuts.
It literally happened to me
I got $350, Scott. Am I nuts or you?
How long?
by already spending money.
It's been 3 years.
But still,
Still,
but
who
think about it.
cares?
But that's money you're already spending. I mean, this is not an ad.
I
And
know.
I know
right?
for real. Y'all fighting for
I
this
know.
damn thing. Are they paying you?
I know, like actually,
Yes.
we did endorse. Well, it's true, but not through the station.
No.
But like, that's money you're spending. You're gonna put gas in your car already. So like, why not? Like that Exxon right here by the station, across from where we used to live.
The only bad thing is I'm never going that way. Like it's on the wrong side of the road. And I'm
Right.
always like, yeah, because trying to get around. Anyway.
You
But
drive
yes,
5 extra miles, but you don't want to do a quick U-turn?
it's tough. It's on a corner. It's on
Well,
it's on the Gandy corner.
It is because then there's a lot of U-turns you have to make, and the
Oh,
lights
my
are
You have to like go
long and
quick in
stuff,
between
but-
dodging
You're missing out on
cars.
those cents.
No, see, but for me it works because like once a week, what I'll do is I'll go to that car wash place on the 4th Street that we got membership to, the NASCAR car
yeah.
wash. We got a membership there, so I'll go wash my car. I'll go vacuum it. I'll go up 4th Street. I'll get my gas there.
You see?
and I get my money back.
I'm saying.
I mean, that's money you're already spending, Scott. Why would
No,
you want
I
to?
had it before, but I would just continuously forget, and I'd already be getting gas. I'm like,
oh man.
well,
I know,
damn.
see, I like it. I like to play that fun little game.
All right, Holly, let's see how much money do you have in your Get Upside account.
All right, hold on.
I'm telling you, like, and it's money you're already spending, so why not?
Like it makes it fun for me. I'm always like, woohoo.
And actually, because what I did, because I cashed mine out like a year ago.
Inside a convenience. You ever use it inside?
The what?
It said 20% bonus at the convenience store. The Circle K on whatever street is offering up to 22% cash back inside the convenience store.
Oh.
And a 20% bonus has been added to your account through yesterday. Thanks a lot.
Oh, wow.
do you use On My Way? I use On My Way.
What's that?
That's when you just get like points racked up for just driving and not looking at your phone.
Oh.
And then you get money that way too.
What?
Oh, I
Yeah.
lose money.
Oh, yeah, Miguel can't use it.
Oh my gosh. Well, it gets you to not use your phone.
I know.
Mine logged me out, but I had like $1,000 in there. But
What? Wait,
Yeah.
$1,000 real
I don't know. I was never able to figure it out.
Wait.
dollars? Sorry.
I got a wedding to pay for. I'm looking for every fucking 5 cents I can
Well,
find.
If my thing logged me out, so I'd have to sign back in.
Wait, so was it actual dollars it would send you once you racked up a certain amount?
I think so, but I think you also got to refer some people.
What is it called?
It's called On My Way.
On my.
I could be completely wrong.
Way.
Again, like it's just racked up. So I have a lot of like quote unquote dollars that have been there, but I don't know how to use it or how to redeem it. You could click on certain gifts that you get. Sometimes it's gift cards. Sometimes it's like, gifts, electronics, or hotels.
So it's not like $1,000 is in your pocket.
I don't know though. I
But
think
it
it might be if
possibly-
you get to a certain amount, it will be.
It's probably points that then convert to dollars.
Like a
This
damn
is just dollars.
Right, because that's like the when Abe and I combined our finances, we picked this bank specifically because of this credit card that we have, that we now put everything on the credit card and we get points that we then convert to travel.
Yeah.
So like we've got like $4,000 worth of points on our credit card since we buy everything on it, then we just pay it off every month. So that it's gonna pay for our honeymoon.
That's awesome.
And we've only been doing it since January.
the travel part of the honeymoon or all of it?
I mean, once we figure out what we're doing, but like
So it's
whether
for
it's
travel though?
well, you can convert it to whatever you want, but we've just decided that we're using it for travel stuff.
Okay.
So
got you.
Holly, what's your lifetime savings on Get Upside?
$359.64.
My lifetime earnings is $352.33.
See?
And I cashed it out like a year or two ago for something like we were going on a weekend and I was like, oh, I forgot what I did it for, but I just cashed it out and I got like $100 for doing that, for already spending money.
Yeah. Like that's not like points. I literally have about $360 of cash money that I could just put in my PayPal right now.
Cash
Right.
money.
And so, I mean, like, think about it, Scott. Like, you're gonna get gas. What today? You're going
I
to
mean,
Orlando.
But again, it's
No,
just another app. Like
because
again, but
now-
on my way, I got $2,092.49. That's what it says. It says On My Way cash.
Oh, that's cash for that.
But look
app,
at all
but
these
not-
gifts I can redeem. I got a lot of gifts that you scroll and you got a lot of things you could redeem.
And so,
Is
like,
it worth is the redeeming stuff not like
I mean, this one
Lame.
says fly away, airfare for 2 plus 3 days hotel. A lucky Las Vegas 4 nights.
I need to look.
All I
into
got to do
that.
is refer
I mean-
5 people to redeem now. If I get y'all and 3 people in the fam, I can go to Vegas, baby.
No, that sounds shady. I
That
don't like
sounds
it.
lying.
I don't like
How would it be
I need to
shady?
look at the fine print. I need to look at the fine
Oh my
print.
God, activate to start referring. Oh,
Here's the thing.
I'm
If
going to
Miguel or
Vegas.
I tell you to do something, it's probably worth it. Like Scott don't know.
don't listen to that. Hit me up at Scott Tavlin on Instagram. We'll figure it out together. We'll both go to
I'm
Vegas.
Girl, you
always
don't-
I'm always like, but wait.
Yeah.
No, okay, it's the same thing as y'all.
No,
No.
but you don't know. Like,
You don't know
I
either. You don't know the end.
I do. Listen,
No.
you don't know. You don't know.
No.
I've gotten an actual fucking physical check from Get Upside that I went and took to the fucking bank and
Well, I'm about
cashed
to take
in.
some pictures when I'm in Las Vegas. Forget-
Give away hotels in Vegas for
When you
nothing.
end up in fucking jail because
Oh my
Let me see. Let me
Jesus.
see what money I can redeem. I can get a relaxing luxury 4-night cruise.
When 2075?
What's this one? This one says $1,000 card.
girl, you're gonna end up on someone's boat murdered
Oh,
with your
Jesus.
fucking liver taken out. That's what that's for.
You're ridiculous. People would not be using the On My Way app if they lost their liver.
Right. I'm gonna write it down.
Watch what happens when I get all this money. Look, redeem $1,000. Get deal. Let's see. On my way cash. It looks like you're not yet qualified for the deal. All right.
Y'all, Scotty gonna have a spleen once he redeems. this
Usually
stuff.
it's a
I'll be
kidney.
$1,000
It's a
richer
kidney,
though.
that's right.
If I share the deal, I could get
Because
$100.
that's like with like Get Upside. When I saw it, I was like, scam. So then I started doing research and I looked into it. And I think once I made like my first $20, I cashed it out just to see if it was real.
Yeah.
And then once a check showed up and I saw it was legit, and I was like, all right, I'm into it.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started giving my code out. So if you want to help out Holly or myself, you can slide up in our DMs at Miguel and Holly, or at Radio Holly, or at Miguel Fuller
Yeah.
for our code. I'm not going to say whose code you should get, but
That's rude.
she has a child.
You should choose one.
I have a
I
wedding.
have a wedding.
But my wedding is
It's
fleeting.
not
I got a Vegas trip
It's
to
not
go
a
to.
competition.
But she has a child. She'll have to take care of her for the rest of her
Thank you
life.
very much, I do.
I mean, but I have a very expensive wedding I have to pay for
Yes, you do.
people's food in January. So I mean, whatever it is that
Soul
you want to do,
food.
you know.
Really quick before we move on
Mhm.
from, and we're probably gonna move on soon anyway.
Yeah,
to
we're
the
done.
end. I was gonna say back to the MLM thing. Remember when I was trying to sell essential oils?
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
I didn't even like that. Like I liked the essential oils, and I still would probably like. I already have a whole lot, and they last for a long time. But like I will pull them out every now and then for whatever reason, and I'll still buy from that website.
Mm.
But what I couldn't do, and what the girl, and God bless her, I really like this girl. I went to college with her. She was my intern in radio for like a quarter or whatever. And then she went on to become a chiropractor. So radio wasn't really her thing.
Oh.
But she's great. I love her a lot and haven't talked to her for a while. But she was the upline for the essential oils that I used. I used Young Living. And so she got me on board. And this is when I was starting my more holistic and organic lifestyle anyway. So I'm like,
Mhm.
this is right up my alley. And it's a lot of information to undertake. For me, that was the biggest problem. I'm like, I don't even understand what all these damn things do.
Right.
I'm never going to be able to like give a pitch because I'm going to be like, I don't know which
Like, I
one
don't
you
know,
need.
it's
Here's
what-
a pamphlet.
Right.
So I would just have to look everything up. And then she's like, but with all of your followers, because she was good at this and she did it in like she's a great saleswoman because she would slide in your DMs. You'd have actual conversations. She would give you so much information. It didn't feel like she just wanted something from me and then moving on. Like she made that connection. You know how some salespeople are just so good at it?
Mhm.
She was so good at it. And I got all on board with it. And then she's like, well, here's how you can do this. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Because she's like, look at how many followers you have, like on your social media. You would make a killing. Because she's like one of the top sellers for Young Living, or she was. And she's like, it was like a legit part-time job for her, like thousands of dollars a month.
Oh.
And I tried. And she's like, just like put a post out and see what you get. I got nothing. I'm like, I have thousands of followers on social media, and all of them basically said, fuck your oils.
Smell like a scam.
Yeah.
And then I felt bad because I'm like, I'm not trying to sell to these people. I just want them to listen to the show or to be my friend.
Right.
And so then she's like, well, here's a kind of post you could do. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it okay if I don't do that? And she's like, she's like, you can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to help you if you want to make money. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not a salesperson.
No, it's so weird with stuff like that. Like that's like my little cameo thing that I have up, where the representative that I work with, it's where you can request a video from like a celebrity, and
You
then
work with
pay, like,
somebody?
yeah. So the person that recommended me, they are an actual celebrity that's like well known nationwide, and so they
Whoa.
charge like $70 per video, and they get it,
Oh,
and they've like paid lots of bills with it and stuff.
yeah.
And she was like, well, you should do it. People love you. And then I'm like, radio is a little bit different than what you do. And so she was like, do it. So she put me in contact with someone. I signed up for it. And they were like, we're so excited to see what you do.
How you doing?
Oh God, why? That's the worst
I was
setup.
like,
So awkward.
I sold one video.
Yeah.
There you go. Get that $20.
I just feel like,
Actually, it's 14 once they take their cut.
oh,
You got
So
lunch.
it's just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna cash it out because I just am embarrassed. I'm like, so if you ever want a birthday video from us, I always said
Whoa,
if
I better
anybody,
get cut.
well, no, I said if someone requests us, then we would just split it 3 ways. Then I would just give y'all like what, $5.
Yeah, but even yeah.
yeah.
No, but I mean, listen, it's better than nothing.
Oh yeah, anything's better than nothing. I find a
Right.
penny, I pick it up all day
Right.
long. I got good luck.
So
So
I'm just saying, just look for me, Miguel Fuller on Cameo.
Might as well. Some celebrities, I mean, well, big celebrities, like they do it and they'll just be like, yo, it's just going to a charity. Not saying that it's not, but like for things that are coming up, at least it gets your word out that you have Cameo, but also it's a good cause and you get to take that money and donate, either all of it or part of it.
Miguel's
good
not
cause.
donating his
So
money.
I know, I'm just spreading out different ideas. You only got one buy so far.
I'm about to say, no, they did. Like actually the representative reached out and she was like, we're doing this thing to raise money. And I was like, okay, so I'm not like my friend who introduced me to you, who is an actual legitimate celebrity who makes lots of money. I'm a local radio person who's planning a wedding. And
I need the money.
Literally looking under couch cushions, trying to find quarters and nickels and dimes to pay for this damn wedding. So I will not participate in that. But after the wedding, I will.
Yeah, if you
After
stop.
that, I will. It's just now I need
Mm.
every cent I can get. So
No, I feel that. Okay. All right. Just checking. Throwing it out there. Ideas.
sorry, I know I'm a horrible human being. And I
Yeah,
should
that's
probably
all right.
be put down. I'm sorry.
Put
down. What do you want, dog?
Sorry.
No,
Come on, go out
it's
back.
good. It's fine.
Calling me old yeller.
Well,
Come on, boy.
Oh, no.
No,
Oh, no.
sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
I saw the dynamic that just happened.
I know.
I just saw all of the things. Scott said it in reference to the dog. Then he realized how Miguel is gonna
Yeah.
funnily take it, even
Yep,
though it's
I
not funny, but it's funny.
apologize.
And then he just said, "I'm sorry." And then Miguel was all ready to go. How dare! And then Miguel saw that he
Here we
apologized.
go. Oh, this is
Hold
awkward.
on.
I don't leave. I gotta stay here still. So
Now,
much
now
longer.
Scott's gonna go out back.
Now I'm talking to myself.
I was gonna put
Come on,
them both
boy.
down. It's fine.
Yeah, I got the gun.
All right. All right. We need to go ahead and
Check out your referral code I just sent you on your Insta or your
Girl,
text
not for
message.
this damn scam.
You can get money for driving safe. Don't be dumb. Put your phone down. That's
All
gonna
right.
be my pitch.
Drive safe, get paid.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
welcome.
I do drive safe.
Well, you get paid for it too.
I'm gonna do some research.
There's no research. Look at this. My first deal, I can get a gooseneck
A what?
mobile phone holder with a $20 gift card. All I got to do, I get the deal right now.
Okay, and so
I
when
don't want
that
to get it.
and when that
I
person
don't want the gooseneck holder though.
girl
How's
bye.
a gooseneck?
It's a thing that like your phone can prop up and it's just this little thing so you don't have to hold your phone.
What you don't realize is they're gonna take your actual spine out, and that's gonna be your gooseneck holder because it's a damn scam.
You
Alright,
said
what?
you're looking under your couch for quarters and nickels. I'm trying to make you some money. You're
What with a
welcome.
gooseneck cam?
It's worth $20.
Gooseneck.
All right, Scott, what's your social media?
At Scott Tavlin, SCOTTTAVLIN.
Holly.
Radio Holly on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
I love during the podcast, during the podcast, I don't mind, but during the show, when either of you get distracted by the comments, and because I always look directly at your eyeballs, and then I can automatically see, because both of you aren't good at like hiding it, and so both of you on the YouTube, you'll be like,
Well, are we supposed to be good at hiding it? Because I was in no way trying to hide it. I was like, I'm
Sometimes I
looking
get
down
right
like,
up to the screen.
Well, I don't
but
just
then
stay up
I'm
for
trying
that
to like
long.
talk to y'all,
Yeah, no, sometimes I completely lose
and
my
then I'm
focus.
like, Holly, and you're like, oh yeah, what, huh? And I'm like,
Yeah.
hello.
Huh? Well, I just thought we've never gotten this many comments on the videos.
Let's say
There's
hi. So
There's
sorry if
3.
you're listening to this on on the actual audio form, but for the video, Dismom Life. Oh, she's gonna get your code for Get Upside.
Thank
What about the Drive
you.
Safe app?
Ain't nobody want
want
your
that shit.
damn scam.
It's you want to see? It also tells you how many lives are saved from not using your phone while
That is
driving.
a bonus.
But
I
those are
love
the lives
that.
they took after that, though. That's what they're not telling.
Today, 172 lives saved.
How do they figure that?
Science.
I can't see. Is that such?
It's
Car crashes prevented.
it's sushi
26,000.
sushi girl.
I think I need glasses, y'all.
Oh,
Oh,
shut
Jesus.
Wait,
up.
I can't.
No.
I couldn't see. I can't see the eye. Hold on. Oh my God! I think I need glasses. I can't see the eye.
Y'all, I've seen
You know what
this
glasses
play
are?
before.
They're an extra
I can't see
expense.
the eye.
I've seen this play before several times, you guys. I will tell you how it ends. But if you want to be surprised, just keep going with this.
I couldn't see the eye. That's why I thought I said such girl.
You'll note that Miguel is not wearing glasses currently, so you can see how this play has played out before.
Dismom Life, do not slide up in Scott's DMs.
If you want, it's
You will
again.
not have a kidney.
You'll have safe
But you'll
driver.
drive. You'll drive safe.
you'll get a gooseneck.
A gooseneck phone holder. I can activate it right now because I have over $20.
Okay.
I got $2,000 ready to go.
My name is Miguel Fuller on all of the apps. Thank you again for voting us as best local podcast. This is your award, Platypus Posse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
And you know what? The first post I'll do in the Miguel and Holly fam / Platypus Posse group on the Miguel and Holly Facebook page, I'll post a picture of this and just say thank
that's
you.
a good one. There you
Yeah.
go. Great start.
I
Great
agree.
start.
Yeah. All right, guys. We will see you all next week.